Najma, are we starting?
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you people who have joined today to us, the aspiring entrepreneurs and exporters. And today we will have the sixth webinar of the series of webinars on the India Exports International Business Week 2024 on beauty and wellness topic. Basically, this initiative is a crucial step towards empowering the Indian small and medium enterprises to capture opportunities in the global market. This webinar series has been curated specifically for the Indian entrepreneurs across different sectors and also will be available on the YouTube after the ending of the series. By providing sector focused knowledge within a short span, our goal is to equip participants of this program with essential skills and insights to thrive as exporters in their fields. Today, the focus, as I said, will be on beauty and wellness sector, encompassing skincare, hair care, herbal products, personal care items, and wellness services. Industries that highlight India's rich traditional of Ayurveda, natural remedies, and innovative beauty products. These sectors hold immense international market potential as Indian beauty and wellness products are celebrated globally for their natural ingredients, authenticity, and high efficiency. However, to unlock this potential in the global markets, Indian MSMEs must overcome some challenges such as adhering to international quality and regulatory standards, leveraging digital marketing platforms, establishing trusted brand identity, and managing supply chain complexities. So today's discussion is going to address these challenges and provide actionable strategies to enhance the appeal of Indian beauty and wellness products and services to global consumers. With that, we are honored to bring together industry experts, successful exporters, and thought leaders in the beauty and wellness sectors who will share their practical advices and experiences and insights with us to guide our entrepreneurs in navigating the global markets. We encourage you to please take actively part in this webinar, interact with the panelists, share your questions in question and answer part, and try to take advantage of the expertise shared by our distinguished panelists. Now, with that, I would like to invite our speakers of the session. to this panel, who are already here, starting from Mr. Amit Sarda, Managing Director, Soulflower. Welcome, sir. Mr. Krishan Guptaa, Managing Director, Organic Wellness Products Private Limited. Welcome, sir. Ms. Ishita Saxena, Founder, Arezou. Welcome, ma'am. Ms. Dhruti Mishra, Founder, Grace Creations. Welcome, ma'am. Ms. Sejal Mahajan, Inside Sales Team Leader from UPS. Welcome, ma'am.
Thanks,
And
Najma.
our moderator for the session, Ms. Sushma Morthania, Director General, India SME Forum. Well, over to you, ma'am. We are waiting to listen to this amazing panel.
Thank you so much, Najma. Thank you very much for that kind introduction. And once again, I have the pleasure of inviting our members and viewers today who have joined us for this India Exports Business Week. And in this week, we are discussing various sectors and export opportunities that are presented or that are existing for the MSMEs of India. And today our focus would be on beauty and wellness industry. And I am so glad to have such esteemed panelists present here for this discussion. So a very hearty welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much for coming today. To begin with this discussion, I am just going to talk very briefly about what is this sector and where does it stand and what kind of opportunities are going to or what kind of opportunities exist in the current scenario. When we talk about beauty and wellness, of course, as the name suggests, beauty, it's right from hair till the toes. So when we are talking about beauty, it's making it presentable. I mean, treating it and looking after it. So everything from your hair to toe, how do you actually also keep it well and healthy? So all the products and services that encompass to make it look better, feel better, will constitute beauty and wellness. And it is of course growing with growing awareness, because I mean, it's definitely when we talk about beauty and wellness, it is not just restricted to women, but today even men form a very, very important and a crucial category for beauty and wellness. If I was to just give you some figures on what is the current market value in India for this industry sector. Today, it is valued at 21 billion US dollars, the Indian market value, as well. I mean, whereas the global market value is 1,504 billion. This year, it has been 1,610 billion, and it is only expected to grow to 2,765 billion by 2030. And the Indian market value for beauty and wellness industry is expected to grow to 34 billion by 2028. These are some of the figures that I have. And mainly the exports have been to countries where the demand for Indian products are United States with $425 million, UAE with 412 million US dollars, China 111.34 million US dollars, Nepal, Bangladesh, and there are some few emerging markets that have shown demand for Indian beauty and wellness products are Russia and other CIS countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and so on. There is a lot of demand for Ayurvedic products, herbal face masks, and some neem-based products. And of course, there is rising and disposable incomes. People are more and more aware and they want to look good. So this industry is going to grow. Now, today, with our esteemed panelists, I would like to discuss how has there been their journey to become exporters. First of all, what were the challenges and what are the opportunities you see in the next few days? So first, I would like to invite Shri Amit Sarda ji. Amit ji, welcome. Amit ji is the managing director of Soulflower, and he is the manufacturer of making products in aromatherapy, using natural ingredients, wellness-based products, and you also have 2 decades of experience in leading industries, including apparel, textiles, and FMCG. So from corporate world to becoming an entrepreneur and creating a brand, what has been that journey, sir, for you? And why exports? What motivated you for exports?
Uh, Thanks a lot, ma'am, for having me here. Namaskar, everybody. The quick thing I'll tell you, being an entrepreneur or being in this journey, the only opportunity which I personally love or I cherish every day is to something where I have the ability to create something and my creation could go to the world. I think as a child also, when we have grown up, in India, the first thing comes to our mind is what we have seen. Like in my time, I used to see all imported products, be it Kane, be it any, so many brands, which were filled in, one of the best stores in Mumbai, be it Amarson's, Benzer, or whichever stores. So as a child, there was only one thought, when so many brands from the world can come to our country, do business, and we are buying them, we are using them, is it possible to create something which can go across the shelves, be it in UAE, be it in US, those markets, and can we sell our products there? And that was one of the thought, and that's why export. So I think as a product line, when you create something, you make it in India, but if you're making it for world, your compliance levels are much higher. Soulflower is, we have our own facilities, we have our own farm, we are EcoCert organic, but the core is we are compliant in most of the countries in the world, be it USA, be it Saudi, which is the toughest market in the world, be it Japan, be it UAE. You name a market, and we are a compliant brand there. Starting from, let's say, a basic trademark to having an FDA compliance there, to having, each and everything done to make sure that their customer feels safe and they can trust the brand. And more important, when we are selling in the export market, we are not only selling as Soulflower, but we are selling something made in India. So we are actually the ambassadors of, Indian goodness, which is very important for a brand to remember always. I think that's been there. And export definitely is a market where, as you know, internally in our company, we always say when we are sleeping in India, that's the time when my goods are selling in US. That's the time my goods are selling in UK. So, it's like a 24-hour clock where you can actually make sure that your sale is happening when you are not awake in India. So I think that is one advantage. Our go-to market has always been definitely the pharmacies, which are in UAE, but most important is online. We understood one thing as a brand, the biggest hurdle is to enter any retail market because there are a lot of entry fees, there are a lot of challenges. So how do you bring impact and beat international market, be it Amazon, be it Lazada, be it Noon, be it anything, Talabat, what we have here in India, quick commerce, Blinkit, its equivalent in UAE. I think these are some of the marketplaces or markets where Indian brands can shine well, and they have a much bigger opportunity, be it in Ayurveda, be it in hair oil. These are the two categories I think Indian brands have been doing very well. And what ma'am spoke about, the mask and the hair mask and the skin, a lot of those kind of things which are Ayurvedic by nature, which has done well internationally. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Amit ji. I would like to move on to Shri Krishan Gupta ji, Managing Director, Organic Wellness Products Private Limited. Krishan ji, what are your comments on the export opportunity for this industry, and how have you carved your space?
Thank you so much once again to everyone and of course to India SME for this invite. Organic wellness as a business, it's a business with a purpose. The basic thing which I can just share with anyone, everyone is it's a great opportunity, be it India or across the world, but you need to have a business with a purpose. When we started organic wellness, organic is a word which is so commonly used. Anyone, everyone across India feels कि मैंने इसमें खाद नहीं डाली तो प्रोडक्ट मेरा ऑर्गेनिक है. I keep getting calls every day. सर मेरा ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट है, ले लेंगे क्या आप? Organic is much, much, much beyond that. I'm sitting here in Gurgaon, but my factory is about 450 kilometers from here in real backward remote village of our country. Even today, getting a proper internet connection, getting proper power, getting proper water is a challenge. अभी भी यदि मैं जाऊंगा वहां पर एक बकरी या एक भैंस घूमती हुई दिख जाएगी एक आध किसान के साथ, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है. Now the reason we went there is if we want to be really authentic, you have to go to places where कभी कुछ खेती ही नहीं हुआ for unknown reasons, drought prone areas and many other challenges. Beyond that, we have to provide employment to the unemployed. वहां के बच्चे ने कभी नहीं सोचा था मैं जॉब भी करूंगा. पेड़ के नीचे बैठ के ताश खेलना एक सबसे बड़ी हॉबी है. या फिर coming to big cities which are already bursting on seams. Number 3, the product. It has to be unique, it has to be researched, it has to be meeting global guidelines. India के अंदर बहुत आयुर्वेदिक companies हैं, but there are very few which can export to the European and Western markets. So as Organic Wellness, we started this with a clear vision in mind. Together, let's heal the world. Everyone in the chain, starting from the mother to the farmer, to the distributor, associate, and end consumer, and plus environment as a whole should be in a win-win position. The customers are very, very smart, be it in India or across the world. Within few seconds on social media, they can understand how authentic you as a company or you as a product are. So that's where Organic Wellness journey started. We have a presence in over 33 countries, range of over 250 products, and every product we make, we sell, we promote because it's unique. It's very, very difficult to copy or duplicate. There is a big entry barrier in the business what we are in. So this is what, in short, what Organic Wellness.
When you say you have original products, do you have patent for the formulations?
No, we don't have patent for the formulations, but the formulations what we do, these have been researched for 40 years by Dr. Narendra Singh. He is MBBS MD doctor. Book is published, the research is published in Germany. This is India's legacy of over 5,000 years. There is nothing needs to be patented. The only thing is it needs to be produced in an authentic way, packed and processed in international meeting standards, and of course, right combination to be given as per the research.
So thank you, Mr. Gupta, for the introduction. I will come back to you on, how you have made your products competitive with others. I will come back to you with that question. But let's move on with the first round, and I would like to go to Ms. Dhruti. So Dhruti Mishra is the founder of Grace Creations, and she has a brand called Two and Buds, and she sells herbal tea, kitchen specialty, kitchen specialty ingredients, beauty and wellness products. And this is her digital company through which she sells these products. So, Dhruti, can you please tell us something about your business, the products, and how did you decide or how did you begin with exports?
So, hi, hello, all of you. So, my brand name is Two and a Bud, and the basic meaning of this brand name is, fresh leaves of tea. So we started with tea and then we diversified into different ingredients. So we sourced ingredients as per their, specialty region in which they are growing. Like there are products, ODOP products you might all be knowing. So it's like one district, one product. So our flagship product is Kala Namak rice. It's basically, grown in Siddharth Nagar, UP district. So there is one more product like Jakhia seeds. Jakhia seeds are very similar to, mustard seeds. So those are grown in wild in forest of Uttarakhand. So we are not into very, generic products. We are into very specialized products, very niche grocery products. So of course these products need marketing, but there is a market, and we are trying domestically first to, market and, sell these products. Now we have started with Amazon FBA US, and we have started exporting. What I see right now, what I feel is there is a demand for, clean products, clean and sustainably grown products, pesticide free products which are, not harmful to our health. And Gen Z and millennials are very, very cautious and conscious about using all these products. So we are trying to make a, make a niche for ourselves in beauty and personal care sector. We are already selling few products where are like henna powder, indigo powder. So those products are also, we are trying to source from directly from farmers with no middleman. So we feel we can do better. And export really helps in case of, because we feel domestically what we are getting from our domestic market, we can get more from of course there are rules and regulations and certifications that we have to go through, but once it is done and we overcome all these barriers, export can really help us. And there are very government schemes, like there are very there are few government schemes which really help, to take this forward. So I feel we can do better.
Well, thank you, Dhruti. I mean, glad to know that you are able to export ingredients which actually go into making of beauty products. And I'm also curious to know that what kind of standardization and certification you have had to fight with
So
to
there is a
export.
certification called APREDA. We have to take. Hello.
Yeah. I'll come to
Yeah,
you with that
I.
question. I'll come to you with that question. So let me move
Okay,
on
got it.
to, sure. I'll let me move on to Ishita. Welcome Ishita Saxena, founder of Arezou, and Arezou is into blending essential oils, and they create gentle cleansers and therapeutic oils. Am I right, Ishita? That's what you prepare, or that's what you make, right?
Yes, we blend essential oils and carrier oils and create skincare and wellness products, aromatherapy,
And
skin.
you are already exporting to many countries, not just through the conventional modes, but yes, Amazon and Walmart. So we would like to know more about how has been, I mean, how has export come to you, and what has it given to you in your business? And while I am waiting to hear from you, I would also like to welcome Rimjhim Saikia. Thanks, Rimjhim Jeet, for joining and finding some time. I knew she was busy meeting. So welcome, Rimjhim.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Amit.
So Ishita, please continue and we'll come to Rimjhim in a bit. Yes.
Yes, yes. So, yes, so as I said, Arezou is a brand where we personalize skincare and wellness products by blending essential oils and carrier oils. Our USP lies in creating oils for different life stages of a woman. Uh, so yes, we've been exporting. We've been exporting through the traditional method of distributors and selling online through Amazon, UK, Austria, Hungary. The good part with global e-commerce platforms is the third-party platforms give you a very good visibility factor in the international market, and you really get to know how your brands compete with the other premium skincare products there are. So it's been a journey for us. It's been 6 months around that we started exporting, and we've been working with UK FBA with Amazon. We've been selling in Amazon USA, and we've been seeing very good response there in both the countries, and planning to expand to the UAE market and to the Canada market after that.
Well, great. Thank you for that introduction. Rimjhim ji, since you've managed to join just while we are completing our first round, may I request you to tell us and tell our viewers about your company, the products, and when did you start exports and how it has been for you? Rimjhim, are you able to hear us? I believe Rimjhim would join again. I think she is facing some
It is a
network
bit
issues.
unstable today.
Are you able to hear us, Rimjhim?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. If you feel you want to save on the bandwidth, you can switch off your video if you'd like. That way you can save your bandwidth and you can please speak to us about you and how did you start exports?
Right. So my brand is Ayurveda. We are manufacturers of skincare products, and our motto is farm to bottle. We use herbs which we directly source from the farmers. So all our products that we have in Tatvik Ayurveda, whether they are skincare or hair care, they all have Ayurvedic herbs in them. And we basically sell online through Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, and also Amazon US, Amazon UK, and Amazon Middle East. We started our export journey 2 years back when I personally visited Australia, and I tried to understand the requirements for actually exporting there. And then we started sampling. Sampling of our products, distributing our samples to our distributors. And now we are ready to export retail size units in Australia. And when it comes to other markets, we have already started online retailing through Amazon UK and Amazon US. And apart from our domestic retail online sales. So that has been our journey.
Great. Thank you so much, Rimjhim.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes. And thank you. Thank you for that introduction. Now I would like to move on to Ms. Sejal Mahajan, Inside Sales Team Leader from UPS. And Sejal ji has almost 2 decades of expertise in exports, logistics, and international trade. And I would like to know from Sejal ji that what has been the experience of UPS with this sector, and how is UPS been able to support entrepreneurs from this sector so far?
Okay. Thank you, Sushma ji, first of all, for having me here. And I am very happy that first, initially, I would like to congratulate to SME Forum, and especially you, Sushma ji, for you being the mentor to most of the women entrepreneurs here, nurturing them and supporting the innovative global competition in SME in India. So thank you so much. So as we know that, about 20% of the 63 million small businesses India are owned by women. And I am glad and happy that we are having most of the entrepreneurs here right now in this forum and as a panelist as well. And so my association with UPS is, as you rightly mentioned, it is approximately 17 years. I've been associated with a brand. So our brand is 117-year-old brand, and we are the world leading package delivery company. We are the leader in logistics and transportation service market. Right now, I am responsible for managing the SME market segment pan-India for logistic requirements from inside sales perspective. So here, when we say I have an experience of 17 years in logistics and supply chain, we are moving in a segment wherein we are catering to engineering goods, leather products, textile, apparels, and yes, of course, beauty and wellness. Here, if you could see what are the partnership here, what we have extend from our end with regards to the scalability of the entrepreneurs from the SME perspective is, as we know, India beauty and wellness industry is estimated worth, as rightly said by you, it is approximately 21 billion in India. And is growing a healthy pace of 15 to 20%, that is annually. So here we can see there is a great scope for the new entrant to get aligned to this segment of industry. And if we see the partnerships, we have been associated from a long time with SME team. And here, being a 117-year-old company, we have our network to approximately access to 220 countries and territories, which we are connecting to SMEs and which have a high demand in region for this segment of industry, that is towards North America, Europe, and Middle East and South Asia. So if we will see UPS overall, we have a package delivery. We deliver the volume approximately 22 million packages globally. And UPS provides solutions to the Indian SMEs, ensuring timely and cost-effective delivery of products to international markets. So this is a core responsibility for SMEs and entrepreneurs so that we can deliver in a cost-efficient manner the shipments and ensure the timely delivery of the shipments. We have a global connectivity. India is a key UPS logistic network, as we know. We connect to major hubs in America and Europe, Asia. We give end-to-end services also to SMEs to deliver their products quickly and reliably to international consumers. So yes, hence, India is a market which we can see and forecast that it's on highest demand and it's a product which we can have a scalability with perspective of the entrepreneurs who want to get into in this field of industry. So thank you, Sushma ji.
Thank you so much. That was glad to know about UPS and its reach and the network and I mean how accessible it is for MSMEs to reach you for any kind of product and shipments. In the interest of our viewers, most of them are either aspiring to start exports or some of them are exporting and they are maybe on their verge of first order, or they are just trying to finish or get to completing delivery of an order. I want to ask a generic question to all our entrepreneurs who are here today, or entrepreneur panelists, I would say, including Amit ji, Guptaa ji, Ishita, Dhruti. I don't know whether Rimjhim is still connected with us. One common question to all of you. Number one, see, beauty and wellness as a sector itself is so competitive, and there are millions and millions of products. And to carve a niche and space for yourself is, a task next to impossible. It's like moving a mountain. And if you have done that, first of all, applause to that. And what I want to know is, what is that one thing that you did for carving that space? One challenge that we've been always hearing is about certification. Especially when you go to US or UK, you need, these US FDA, UK FDA. So getting a certification is so difficult, is the perception. So how easy or difficult it has been for you? How have you managed it? And what kind of invention or innovation or any newness that you brought to your product or service or packaging or what whereby you've been able to create a identity for your product. So again, I would like to start with Amit ji. Over to you, if you can please shed some light and give us some insights on that.
So just for everybody, I think US is one of the easiest market to enter. Let me tell you that. Be it US FDA, be it anything. I think as a brand, if you really want to launch, once you do your study, what you really want to launch, all the other things, whatever are in place. I think one thing you should be very careful. Three things I'll tell you. One is your trademark. You should never do any marketing in anywhere in the world if you have a trademark infringement. Otherwise, the other party will come behind you. So make sure that your trademark is registered. Second is yes, US FDA compliance, quality of the highest standard. All your compliances, if you're under FDA or under Ayush, all your compliances beside free sale certificate, beside the export permissions, beside all those things you need to have in place. But one thing very important is that when you are marketing in the international market, please be sure that you have a CGL policy. It is nothing but it's a commercial general liability policy. It's very, very important. Don't take it lightly, because when you're in a market like US, somebody will just come to you and tell you that, okay, I opened your bottle, it dropped on my table is damaged, and this table was my grandmother's memory. It's worth millions, and they might just try to sue you or something. So I think these are four things which is there. Second thing, ma'am, which you spoke about certification, beside I'm talking about US FDA, MOCRA, which is now, I think the most important aspect is the quality standard. How do you make sure your packaging is right, your wordings are right? When you do any compliance worldwide, you have to take care of your labeling, your packaging. Does it reflect Indianness? If it is an Indian brand, does it give out that whole quality message? And if you are, let's say, like, we are an EcoCert organic certified company, does it give out that certification very clearly? Is it cruelty free? Be it PETA, be it Lipping Bunny, which we are part of. Is it highlighted well? And sometimes people need a lot of understanding how to use the product. So if you have that small story booklet that how to use the product is important. So that is one thing. Now the toughest markets, I'll tell you. So world's toughest market to get any approval is Saudi. KSA, which is called as Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We are an approved brand there. We are one of the leading brands in hair oils there. Now it's the most tough market. It takes anywhere between 6 months to 8 months. And let's say if you want to even do 20 SKUs or even 10 SKUs, the investment can be anywhere between 10 lakhs to 30 lakh rupees. It is so costly to do a compliance if you really want to sell it in that Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Below that, it is Japan. Again, we are a Japanese FDA approved PMDA. But again, it's a long wait list. You might take 6 months to 8 months, 9 months, because there are many ingredients in Indian market. Let's say, just to give an example, onion oil. Now, onion oil as an ingredient is not registered in Australia. So they don't recognize only. So when we had to do a registration in Australia for our product, so we had a long process to first get the ingredient registered there. There's a cost to it. So I think these are few things which you need to understand. But the Director General spoke about something interesting in the start of the event. US is one of the largest importers of Indian goods, followed by UAE. UAE has something called as their own compliances, but they have something called as Dubai Municipality, which does all the compliances. Very easy. I'll not say very easy in the sense you definitely need to have a good compliance level. You need to have a good certification. You need to work with the Dubai Chemical Lab, get all your tests and all done there. So it might take you 2 to 3 months to get one product registered. And once you are there, then you can import it. Everything is online. So I think these are few things which I wanted to share. And definitely having trademark in that country in class 3, if you are in beauty, is critical, very, very critical. And specifically do word mark. Don't go for label mark to start with, because your label might keep on changing. So do word mark. That will be helpful. Thanks.
Oh, Amit ji, that was so critical and so, crucial information that you shared. And, that's one thing I tell most of our members, that just because there is a product that you have and it's ready does not mean it is exportable immediately, and it is not ready for exports. So that's why it is so important that you need to first prepare and get ready for exports. And there are steps 1, 2, 3, 4 where you very rightly said, I mean, packaging, color, branding, certification, trademark, marketing, pitching it the way, creating a story around it, and then also studying about the competition and competitors. There are so many elements to actually prepare first and then go in for exports. So yes, it's a long way. And for the interest, once again, for the interest of our viewers, let me tell you that we try and handhold most of the entrepreneurs in our women exporter program that we do. It's a women exporter program for first time exporters, and we are opening up that program now to all the MSMEs of the country also, as start exporting in 8 weeks. So very grateful to you, Amit ji, for sharing that information. I'm again curious to know, who did you have to compete with while you were, going to the US, and you've already set up markets there. So who was your largest competitor there?
One saying somebody told me when I was very young, अगर बड़ा होना है तो बड़े लोगों के साथ रहिए. This is a very simple saying but has a very impactful meaning. So also one more thing is, you should always compete with the mightiest. Mightiest का मतलब है, if I have to compete, I should always compete with the top level. So when we entered US, ma'am, there are two brands. One is doTERRA, one is Young Living. They are very larger than life there. Just to set a context, Young Living itself is a $2.8 billion brand. Ek brand, we are talking about $21 billion revenue from India only for this. But this is what it is. So I think we focused on those two brands. Even when we entered UAE, our first go-to market was pharmacy chain, and very tough to get into retail. But because of our quality, because of our popularity in India, it helped us to get there. And we realized that we were competing with against more or less similar, or there were some other brands like Now and all, which are very popular in those markets. And that's how the competition started. We always focused on people of that region rather than Indian diaspora. Also, one thing I will tell you, if you look at a pricing, your pricing will always be different in different markets, which you need to be very wary of and very careful of. Because most of the people who are living in UAE, they might not buy a product thinking कि India में सस्ता मिलता है, मैं जब बॉम्बे जाऊंगा या दिल्ली जाऊंगा, I'll pick it up and I'll get back. So think that you're very carefully in a market which is very close to India. You should try and market it to people who are origin of that place, or people who have been living there or residents of that place. So I think that is very, very important.
No, absolutely agree with you, Amit ji, because when you say that you want to compete with the leaders and the mightiest in that region, that just does not mean by words, but it also means in action, by making your product that much worthy in terms of quality, in terms of output, in terms of what the experience you give it to the customer and the sales service. So it's not just about the product. To make it worthy, there are a lot of things that go into making it competitive. I would like to move on to Ishita. Ishita, you have started, exports through the Amazon and Walmart platforms. And can you share with us what is your experience, B2B vis-a-vis direct to consumer? Which orders are more for you, and how have you been able to establish your brand in this competition?
Yes. So actually, with B2B, as Amit was saying, the compliances, the testing, and all of things take a long time. Tests, lab tests, everything. You're figuring out what are the compliances. With Amazon, with Walmart, the good part is that you can start immediately selling, sitting in India through a dropship model, or you can start exploring FBA model as you go through, and at least you can start getting your brand visibility in the country that you're going to. Go along with that, the benefit is that if you start selling through Amazon, Walmart, you start doing competitor analysis on these third-party platforms. The good part is what is selling there, what is the consumer mindset like, what is the price point like, which is very beneficial for you to build your brand independently going forward. So with us, thanks to selling through Amazon and Walmart, we could leverage the logistics part. We could easily sort out the logistics part, which is very difficult for us as an independent brand to crack. and marketing. And if you have somehow some experience in Amazon India, it kind of gets to leverage that there. So all you have to focus on is marketing in that country, and the other background stuff of logistics or warehousing is handled by these third party platforms. So starting off, if you're a direct D2C brand, these third party platforms are a very great advantage while you're building your brand and your compliances and lab tests in the background. So at least you start getting visibility. So that has really helped us in the background while we figuring out the B2B aspect of things.
Well, thank you. Moving to Dhruti. Dhruti ji, now you can answer to my question that I was asking you, that I was curious to know that you are into selling ingredients, and how do you, create an identity for yourself in exports market? Because as Amit ji said, branding, trademark, word mark is so important. And how do you, manage that? Because I mean, do you have a label or do you have a
Yeah, of
trademark, or
course.
how do you go about it?
Yeah, so we started with Amazon USA. So we have domestic experience selling in domestic market, but the managers are there from Amazon US department, and they help us. Actually, they also connect us with agencies who can get us our listing upwards. Also, they help us analyze competitors price and data, and how which product can go can give us better sales. So the pricing, the everything is guided by Amazon USA, and they help us a lot. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, we also analyze because we are doing online sales only, so we go through competitors products and understand their labeling, and we try to because label is the most important thing when you are selling online, because customers get idea of how they make their purchasing decision based on this data only. So labeling is another thing. And we are into very niche products, so that is the thing which help us maybe. So we have started exporting since last 4 5 months only. We are very new to this, but we our experience has been good. And regarding what you are saying, that in export, which is the most key criteria, so we feel clean labels and clean products, that is the only thing which is right now in trend because of consumer demand.
Okay. Thank you, Dhruti. Coming to Krishan ji. Krishan ji, you told us that you have more than 250 products which you are already exporting. Am I right?
Yes.
So, in this journey, have you ever faced a major challenge or maybe resistance to a product, or something that you have, you had to fight and you had to overcome, and then I mean, that product was accepted in the market? Any such case study or anything regarding your products?
See, number one, becoming an entrepreneur itself is the biggest challenge. Okay, it's like you've moved mountains from your mind or the mindset itself. So that itself is the biggest barrier which people are rarely able to move, and that's what entrepreneurs do. Number two, coming to your answer in a different way, what we have done is we focus on making sure anything which moves out of my factory has to be world class. Indian customers are really in need of having world class standards, world class products. And certainly, when the Indians have the best of the products available at the Indian local cost, certainly it excites the overseas market also. Our business model is not going through e-commerce or appointing, through overseas, what do you say, the marketplaces. Our business model is going through the distributor routes. We have distributor in 33 countries we export as of today. And let me tell you, some of these distributors were created because they visited India, different cities, especially Rishikesh, Goa, and these places, where they found a product made in India, meeting global standards on packaging and product quality. So some of these distributors were created through that route. Number two, there are a lot of exhibitions being conducted in India and across the world. I am in a Dubai exhibition starting from 18th of November. It's at Dubai World Trade Center. We already have a distributing partner in that region. We
So
want
you
to
are
cover
saying that you used to test markets or test your products by taking them to various exhibitions and participating and then finding distributors. Is that what you're trying to say?
I would say yes. See, being in India itself is a big test for me. You know, India is a huge population, and a population which is a perfect mix. People who require the best of the products at the lowest possible cost. So going international becomes very, very easier for us. Getting once you have a distributor, you have won half the battle. The reason is then you have a partner who knows the local market, who knows the local laws, and that's what helps us, and that's what is my strongest recommendation to any entrepreneur who is trying to enter overseas market, to look for the right partner.
Well, thank you for that tip. It's very important. Yes, finding right partners. And at this point, let me tell you that India SME Forum also helps in, leading delegations to different countries under the IC scheme of the Ministry of MSME, where we, give exposure to many of the entrepreneurs to exhibit their products, test with the local consumers, and under the aegis of IC scheme, you also get reimbursement for the space fees and the airfare and the freight. So that I believe Najma can share more details later after the session, or anybody who's interested can get in touch with my colleague Najma. But I'm curious to know from Amit ji, before I go to Sejal ji. Amit ji, please tell me what has been good for you? B2B, B2C, or both are okay? Or, I mean, what has been your experience?
So, ma'am, as a brand, with the size what we run the brand as of now, for us it's B2B2C. So we are part of Amazon Retail. Amazon has two models. One is a marketplace model, which also we do in some countries if we are not just want to test it. But we are majorly with their market means retail model. Be it pharmacies, be it some big hypermarkets worldwide. So these are the people who buy our merchandise, in bulk in the containers, and then they sell it further. So for us as a company, B2B2C has always done the best because it's a risk transfer. We get our money in a dedicated time, so we can manage our working capital. So that's more preferred to me. But yes, if you're starting, I think Amazon FBA or Walmart FBA or any kind of FBA will be one of the good experiences for anybody to have. Your money is secured and you should do it. One thing I will, as I was again telling you about trademark, anybody going for Amazon should have a brand name registered, so you can have your brand store there. And if you have a brand store there, nobody else can sell your brand without your permission. So, so those are few things which one needs to take care of.
Thank you, Amit ji. I mean, you have given so many, crucial tips for all our viewers today, and all those entrepreneurs who are actually looking for setting up on Amazon global marketplace, or any such international marketplaces where these steps form an integral part to safeguard your brand and safeguard your name. Sejal, I would like to move on to you. Please tell us, what are the challenges that you have seen that entrepreneurs from beauty and wellness sector face, or sometimes they ignore, and how does UPS come to their rescue? Or can you please share maybe one or two case studies that you may have, come across, and we could learn from that?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sushma ji, for this question. Actually, being in the logistic industry, it is imperative that we get so many cases as such, wherein shipments are getting fixed by the new entrants for the entrepreneurs which has newly entered in the market. So there are some customers or rather the entrepreneurs wherein the lack of knowledge expertise is not there. That is the reason the documentation part, wherein when it comes for a documentation part, there is some challenges which the entrepreneurs face over here. So if we want to enter in the market of this as an industry of beauty and wellness, we have to ensure that all documentation are in place, because the shipment, when we pick up the shipment, it goes under custom clearance. Okay, so there are some stringent laws in the origin country and the destination country as well, wherein you need to fulfill all the required documentation. So custom expertise and compliances needs to have place. For example, we have such, as this is a beauty product, we need an organic and cruelty certificate for some of the expected destination countries, which is they are in demand for this certification. So some of the cases, if you could ask me, the shipments which are getting picked up, it will get cleared from India. Okay. But when it reached the destination, there the challenges happen. If you see the Middle East country, halal certificate is mandatory over here. To get this certificate is stringent in India as well. So when we are starting on this product or this industry segment, we have to ensure all the compliances are being fulfilled and the documentation part is there with regards to the customs and the compliance at both the end, that is origin and the destination end. And here we will definitely, as an UPS, we can assist with the documentation such as the certificate of origin, which is mandatory. Commercial invoices are there. And if you are entering the markets, which is Europe and USA, we need this documentation should be in place. Without it, the shipment will definitely get hold at the destination.
Well, that is one of the fears most of the people have even before beginning to exports, because that's one of the deterrents. People feel that, there's too much of paperwork. Ishita, what do you feel? I mean, what's easy? B2B or, selling through e-commerce platform is easier?
So the tricky part is that we
In
sell.
terms of documentation and compliances.
The tricky part is that we sell oils. So even if it's D2C, B2B, as you know, Ms. Sejal was saying, if you're selling liquids, shipping out liquids to any country is always tricky because they would ask safety data sheet, they will ask for COA. So I remember when I was just doing trial also, if I was sending out samples also, most of the logistics partners refused to take the package because they said, no, get an MSTS, get a COA. So, however, even if you sell through e-commerce platforms, you would need those basic documentation. The good part is if you have it once in place, then there is no stopping you. But yes, at the initial onset, you do need it. It took a lot of time for me to figure out what documentation you need for liquids and oils. But once we have it now, we do not face any challenge, be it e-commerce platforms or B2B. But yes, as Ms. Sejal was saying, there are some documents which you need to be in place, however, wherever you want to ship out, even if it's sampling mode. Yeah, that's more.
Well, this has been a great discussion. Before I conclude, I would just like to have one more last round of, some concluding remarks from each one of you. Maybe something on some very more crucial tips that you would like to give to some aspiring exporters in the sector, or if you want somebody to focus on some new markets or where all the opportunities exist, or anything that comes to your mind and your expertise. So this time we'll start with Krishan ji. Krishan ji, आप कुछ comments or expert tips देना चाहते हैं?
The simple expert tip is wicket पे खड़े रहो, run बनते रहेंगे. Don't leave the ground. Okay, nothing will happen if you go to the pavilion. That's number one. Number two, if anyone is in need of any help, please write to me. Whatever little knowledge we have, we will be happy to support. Number three, I am again telling you, कुछ बड़ा challenge नहीं है, documents हो या कुछ हो. It's a simple life. The only ensure is make sure you follow in letter and spirit the game of passion. आप में passion यदि है, आपका product यदि दमदार है, there is no one in the world which can stop you from leading and winning. That's what my single tip is. We follow the same rules over here. अनपढ़ गंवार सो कॉल्ड फोर्थ स्टैंडर्ड के पास लड़के मेरे लिए द बेस्ट टीम मेंबर्स हैं. They are making products meeting international standards. So this is where my small little thought process is.
Dhruti ji, would you like to comment, please?
Yeah, hi. Just wanted to say there are many hurdles like, getting certifications, it takes months. And, we have to comply with so many things. And from a sector in which I'm directly sourcing from different farmers. So as per demand, sometimes I get some crop from some farmer, and then next time when I have to replenish, I'll have to get from another farmer. So there are variations. So these things happen. Even there are ingredients like multani mitti, there are ingredients like henna powder, indigo powder. So there are challenges are there, but when we try and connect with right people and they guide us well, then we can do. And try to, if we want to export, US is the best market, because acceptability is more. UK has many restrictions and they have banned many products, as an ingredient also, for a product. So if someone wants to start, they can start from US first, so it will be easier.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dhruti. Ishita ji?
Yes, so I think I would say that try to, if you are starting of a brand and you're not completely backward integrated, then start working with vendors who have those certifications and documentation and that establishment in place. So it helps you a lot in the forward integration part of it also. They will help you in a lot of initial handholding with the basic documentation, and they can help you with the compliances. And you once you cross that roadblock of compliances, then marketing yourself is very much similar to marketing yourself in India. So if you can crack that, if you can market to the Indian consumer, you can market yourself to anyone in the world as long as you follow the basic thing. And yes, it's all about marketing, and it's all about believing that yes, I can do it. If you just get hindered by the documentation part of it, then that is just one tiny part of the whole diaspora of things. That's
Amit ji, I'll give you the last word. So let us hear from Sejal first. So Sejal ji, any concluding comments you want to make?
Thank you so much, Sushma ji, for this platform, actually. Yes, actually, now, as we all know, India's beauty and wellness export sector is a dynamic and it's a growing market right now. And as in SME opportunity has a tremendous potential to expand this as a globally, to have the presence. So here, I can give a last comment that UPS can assist SME in navigating the customs regulations also. Okay, we can handhold entrepreneurs who wants to start here, and with the focus of quality and innovation, leveraging digital platform as well. With the experience, what all the expertise and the entrepreneurs have, we can continue to expand our presence in the global market.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you so
Sejal.
much.
Yeah. And Amit ji, I'm giving you the last word for this webinar today. So please give us all the insights that you would like to share in the interest of our viewers and people who want to export in this sector.
So just to set the context, Soulflower is the bestseller brand in UAE, in Saudi Arabia for Amazon. And we have those bestseller tags. So my only thought to anybody is focus on one channel, one product to start with. Do not go with too many products if you're going on Amazon. They might tell you you have a very wide range. put full energy on one product at least for 2 to 3 months. Make sure that it becomes like, comes in the top 10 of that category. So that's one opportunity. Second, if you want to start with local distribution, expos are the perfect places, where Indian government is also incentivizing. Mr. Gupta just spoke about one of the expos in Dubai, which is organic. We have also participated years ago there. Fantastic people you meet, or beauty world kind of thing, or cosmoprof kind of thing. I think that is something which we wish to do, something which is local. But I feel one channel, one product should be your focus to start with for first 2 3 months. Learn the business, learn the way how the game is played, and all the best to each and everybody who wish to export. And also one thing, ma'am, that I think as a brand, or I think as a human also coming from India, we are actually selling India to the world and not a product. मैं Soulflower बेचूं या कपड़ा बेचूं या जो चीज बेचूं, but ultimately I'm selling India to the world. So I think that is something which we should all remember. So the quality is great. We build respect for Indian products, and I think a lot of exporters are doing some amazing work. That's why we see so much of appreciation for Indian products today. What used to be for German products or Japanese products. So I think this is what we'll all make India better with all the support from chambers like you.
Amitji, well said, and that's really appreciated. And of course, we are finally, taking India to the world. So that goes without saying. Yes, I mean, I agree with all our esteemed panelists. I mean, the journey has been similar to some extent, and the journey has been unique also to some extent with some unique products. But nothing to compromise with quality and hard work, and everybody has to go through that phase. So there is no shortcut to becoming an exporter. And I believe we've had a wonderful discussion today. While we were talking about trademarks and brand and, creating your own labels, India SME Forum, or rather the Ministry of MSME, has a scheme called the MSME Innovative Scheme, under which if you have created an international trademark, or if you filed for an international trademark, you get a reimbursement of up to 1.5 lakhs. If you have an international trademark certificate. So please get in touch with India SME Forum's IPFC desk, and we'll be very happy to share more information about these schemes. And I wish you all the best. And I have seen some questions on Q&A and chat, and I haven't taken them because they only talk about how do I find a buyer. But that's you cannot do it in a day. First, one has to ascertain that you are export ready, which we talked about. And then you need to actually be on various e-marketplaces to slowly graduate on international marketplaces. And of course, you need to test your products in various test markets, not just domestic, but also international exhibitions and all. And that would be the right platform to actually graduate slowly and steadily. So thank you so much. Thank you, Amit ji, Gupta ji, Dhruti, Ishita, and Sejal. And Rimjhim could not stay longer with us. So thanks for your time and sharing such lovely insights. Thanks to all our viewers who have been very sincerely following this series of webinars. And now I would invite Najma to please conclude the webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you all our esteemed panelists for the valuable insights that you have shared on the topic of today, beauty and wellness. We actually enjoyed and we learned a lot, and I'm sure that people in the audience also, or participants also, must have learned a lot from this session, and they must be now very much encouraged and empowered to confidently tap into the global markets and start their export journeys. We are going to continue for 2 more sessions under the India Exports webinars in next week, Monday and Tuesday. And the program is committed to supporting the future of Indian MSMEs by offering targeted knowledge, practical tools, and guidance across various sectors. As the series will continue, as I told you, Please join the series, encourage your people who are there in your network, the entrepreneurs, people who are willing to be part of the exporting. Please encourage them to register. Our website is IndiaXports.com. Any sort of information that you want to have about the programs that Sushma ma'am just told you about it, Start Exporting in 8 weeks, also is available in the same website. You can register and you can benefit from that program as well. Any further queries, questions, any problem that you may face, or if you would like to get the information about the international markets and exhibitions, please write a mail to us to itd@indiasmeforum.org. All the recording links of these webinars will be available on our YouTube channel, the India SME Forum. And for any sort of information about our organizations, initiatives, and program, you can always visit our website, indiasmeforum.org. With that, I would like to thank everyone once again and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.